This bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. First, fighting out of the Hogs red corner. He weighed in at 170 pounds, holds a record of 7 wins and 8 defeats, 2 by way of knockout, and fights out of Morristown, Tennessee. Put your hands together for Nick Haymaker Baker. And his opponent, fighting out of the OEB blue corner. He weighed in at 174 pounds, holds an undefeated record of 2 wins and no defeats, 1 by way of KO, and fights out of Bushido MMA in Kingsport, Tennessee. Put your hands together for Chris Buttry. Your referee for tonight's action is Nate Jolly.
You know, Nick Baker actually has cross-trained quite extensively over there at Bushido. He knows Chris Buttry. I don't think they've trained a lot together necessarily, but they know each other well. I think it's going to be a friendly yet competitive fight here.
Nick Baker in the orange trunks, Chris Buttry in the black. Touch of gloves, and we're underway.
Buttry known to be a really quick starter. He will throw and really sling that leather.
First kick was from Baker. That was a head kick.
A nice right leg kick there by Baker as well. Buttry, very durable. Actually, both of these gentlemen are extremely durable.
A little bit of a height advantage for Buttry over Baker.
Oh, that was nice.
Wow. Front kick, and I think he caught a low blow on the exchange.
Oh, wow.
Good Buttry.
That's a very peculiar incident.
It was a simultaneous kick, I think. It was a front kick, and then I'm not sure where Nick's was, but it landed low. And
I don't think it felt good to Nick Baker there either. You can see that expression on his face. I think he caught it there in the solar plexus. Again, both of these men are very durable, but you definitely got to take your time when you take one low like that.
5 minutes as well for kickboxing, correct?
I think so, yes.
Okay. And you don't see that, Casey. Guys taking a front kick to the chest and going down like that?
Yeah, there's a lot of power there in Chris Buttry. He's typically a welterweight. He may have even fought up as high as middleweight at one point. I'm not certain, but very big, very tall and rangy. Nick Baker coming up in weight, but as I mentioned before, tons and tons of experience and gamesmanship inside the cage.
Early on, before the stoppage for the low blow, saw a lot more kicks than punches between the two.
I'm going to say this as well. I don't think that Nick Baker attempted to catch that kick low, but because of the height of Chris Buttry, I mean, on a normal opponent, it would have hit the solar plexus there, but I think he just, Buttry is very tall and rangy.
Could his landing spot of the kick been affected by the fact that they were both kicking at the same time and he was pushed back?
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe?
Yes, of course. Yeah, it just is unfortunate. It just, like I said, is very peculiar incident.
It's Casey Oxendine and Vince Ferrar, cage side for you all night for Apex 10 here in the really one of the great spots for MMA in the Tri-Cities here in Kingsport. This is Casey Oxendine territory.
It is, and this is one of the original venues of Kingsport. It's very old. It's got a lot of rich history, and it's really nice to be here. It's beautiful architecture.
Yep.
It's a place a lot of very famous people have spent some time here.
Intimate, and then the walls really hold the sound in, so it can really get loud, and it will here tonight. Chris Buttry has his 5 minutes, maybe in the final couple minutes.
All right, here we go. It looks like Buttry's ready to go.
All right.
And we'll see how that affects him.
Back underway here in this first round. 3 2-minute rounds, amateur kickboxing at Apex 10. Will there be any hesitation for Baker with the kicks? We saw the head kick, but if he tries to kick to the body with that low blow, will there be any hesitation there, you think?
I don't know, but Baker definitely going to the well. We've seen 3 of those spinning back kicks. All 3 of them have come up short, but that's classic Haymaker Baker. Buttry with a little motion of his own. That was a pretty right kick there to the body.
You can see the marks on Buttry's leg from some kicks that he's taken from Baker. There's another one right in the red spot.
Reverberates through these halls. You mentioned the sound here in this arena.
A lot of spinning kicks from these two.
Yeah. I think Baker's doing it because he does it. I think Buttry's out there testing it a little bit, having some fun.
Nice jab stuck in there by Baker, but he couldn't follow up with the overhand right.
Again, I'm always a fan of both of these guys, a fan of Baker for his never quit. And Buttry, just as a young man who comes out and really lays it all on the line and fights hard. And nice straight right there by Nick Baker into the right side kick. Unorthodox style of, oh, here we go, big shots. Buttry possibly trying to steal the round. Will it happen?
How about that?
It was a very close round.
In typical Baker fashion, all right, you're gonna hit me, a flurry of punches, I'm responding back.
Yeah, I'm not certain who won that round. I think Buttry definitely tried to steal it there at the end. He came off and flurried. Those might have been enough to appease the judges, but at the same time, I think that Nick Baker landed the more solid shots, particularly those leg kicks. They were really very, very loud. They reverberated through the halls. So technically a little bit more with Nick Baker, but I think it was a little bit of a slow start due to that low blow, and it sort of threw off the tempo of this first round.
Our referees, our judges, our referee is Nate Jolly for this first bout. It's a amateur kickboxing bout in the super middleweight division at 172 pounds for the vacant Valor Championship. Our judges tonight, Jason Kubek, Neil Fralworth, and Lisa Duran. And of course, you can get much more on all the upcoming events at ValorFights.com. With Casey Oxendine, I am Vince Ferrara. It's first bout, Chris Buttry and Nick Haymaker Baker.
Nick Baker just hanging out. I was talking about you, not to you. You do your thing.
He's that kind of guy.
He heard me talking.
Yeah. All right, both guys on the stool. They'll clear out. We'll start round 2, 3 2-minute rounds. Amateur kickboxing here at Apex 10 in Kingsport.
All right, look out for both of these guys to come out and do something big to secure this fight.
Body kick.
Here we go. Buttry firing off. Buttry known for coming out in the later rounds and throwing a lot of shots.
Another body kick connected by Buttry. Fake on the Superman punch. Nick Jolly showing his athleticism to get out of the way of those guys too, our referee.
I think that Nick Baker's having most success when he does go to that leg kick, when he tries to punch through the punches of Buttry. It's difficult for him to get through. It's a lot of range there. Oh, that was a nice overhand there.
Responded to a kick to the body by Buttry. Break along the cage.
Again, very entertaining fight. Both of these guys willing to throw and get out there and wage war.
Straight kick, front kick by Buttry. Simultaneous kicks once again.
When you put the big gloves on, it negates some of the power that you see in mixed martial arts. Guys are willing to throw a lot more. And a low blow of his own there.
Yep. And we've seen one apiece, and now Nick Baker will get 5 minutes. He's feeling that one for sure.
That grimace on his face mixed with the teeth in his mouthpiece there. Those stenciled on, and it gives a pretty gruesome expression of what he's feeling.
Taller fighter in Buttry, connected low on Nick Baker in the orange trunks. Even though Nick Baker looks in pain, I'm guessing he's not going to take his full 5. And now
I believe
down.
it depends on the conditioning as well. If he needs a break on top of that, if you've got 5 minutes, then take your 5 minutes. But it looks like he's ready to rock.
All right, double touch of gloves again, and we're back underway here in round 2. Hands down by Baker.
Buttry stalking Baker now. Oh, big shot there. Big kick. Oh, big shots there by Buttry. You hear the crowd go wild. Exchanges back and forth. Here comes Nick Baker. Oh, big shots there by Baker.
Baker attacked when Buttry was adjusting his headgear.
Oh, big body shot to overhand, and Buttry fires back now.
And Nate Jolly almost got caught.
Yeah, oh, that's a big shot. Big shot. Baker may have taken that round right there. Great showing of fisticuffs by both of these fighters.
How about the exchanges? You saw both with a flurry and responding to the flurry from the opponent and coming right back.
Right, Buttry started it off. He landed like 5 or 6 shots, and then Nick Baker landing a few of those hard overhand rights, AKA the haymaker, and which landed, and you could see some visible damage there by Buttry, but once again, very durable. Chris Buttry continues to toll on, and they finished slinging leather back and forth.
Boy, and Baker just missed on a huge looping left there at the bell. That might have done some damage on Buttry, but
yeah,
2 very exciting rounds to start us off.
Undoubtedly.
Apex 10 here in Kingsport. Vince Ferrara and Casey Oxendine cage side. Jennifer Oxendine, our ring announcer throughout the night. And a great night of action to come. Also, you saw Jennifer and Tanisha, our ring girls, here tonight at Apex 10.
All right, here we go. Last round. They're going to leave it all in the cage in this one. I have a feeling. Again, a tremendous amount of respect by both of these two, but neither of them likes to lose.
Third and final round. Final minutes of this bout.
All right. What are we going to have? I think the first round could have gone either way. I think Baker probably took the second one. It could be all up for grabs.
What a combination.
Oh, that was all Buttry there.
Yep. Started with a body kick and then 3-punch combination to the head.
Good counter there by Nick Baker, but the kicks are flying on the part of Chris Buttry. Just out of range is Chris Buttry.
Well, Buttry hasn't thrown the jab a lot, but when he has, he can get that range.
Oh,
and stick it from
absolutely.
Distance.
Yeah, he needs to continue to keep that range on the outside because it's virtually impossible for Nick Baker to counter when he does that. It's only when he gets on the inside and starts throwing those looping punches does he fire on Buttry.
And there's what Baker's trying to do, get inside.
Just loaded up that big right.
Baker charging in. Buttry dodges out of the way. Sticks the jab. Responded by Baker.
He's on the end of Buttry's punches. Nick Baker has a hard time answering back. Oh, that was a hard shot.
Wow,
That was a hard shot. And Baker continues to toll forward. This round is definitely in the favor of Buttry right now, though. Interesting to see if Baker's going to be able to do anything to steal it back.
The front leg of Buttry is marked up, and Baker just hit it again. Buttry may be feeling that. That is some kind of damage on that front left leg.
Nick Baker with his jaw wide open. That's not something I like to see because it's really easy to get that jaw broken that way. Looks like Buttry caught a little right hook. Here comes Nick Baker. Look at this.
Baker trying to steal this round.
Firing in. Big head kick there by Baker to close it out. Is it going to be enough?
Body kick and then a last.
Good fight. Very entertaining.
It'll. Casey, don't you think it'll come down to how they judge that first round? Because I think Buttry won that last round, Baker the second round, and then it was so close on the first.
Yes, I absolutely agree at 100% because it was such a slow start. It could be argued that Baker took the first round just on, because of the technical kind of aspects, but Buttry did have his flurries, and those score as well, getting out there and throwing lots of shots. So, yeah, I think it's going to come to the first round. We may even have ourselves a split decision.
Yeah. It will go to the judges' scorecards here in this amateur kickboxing bout at Apex 10 in Kingsport. Great job by both of them. That's what fans want to see, especially when you got the big gloves on. You got a guy named Haymaker and a tall, physically imposing guy like Chris Buttry. You want to see the fireworks, and those guys definitely delivered. Great way to start.
Cool thing about the kickboxing as well is a lot of the fighters don't worry so much about their records and so forth, so they'll go out there and lay it on the line. Why not?
Right. And again, this is in the super middleweight division at 172 for the vacant Valor Amateur Kickboxing Championship. And one of these two guys is going to win that title. Thanks to Ogle Elrod and Burrill. Let them turn your wreck into a check. One of the great sponsors here.
They're spectacular and so much fun, too.
They are. And we appreciate them being a part of Valor Fights. And then, of course, you can watch us Saturday nights, 11 p.m. on Fox 43 in Knoxville. And also, great to be in the Tri-Cities as well on WKPT.
Everybody watches on WKPT. It's a fabulous show. And, so excited. I get all kinds of tweets and messages saying they're seeing me on TV and that, so it's fun to be here in my hometown and have everybody watching these fights and be a representative of such a great organization as Valor.
All right, we're gonna let's see. Well, still waiting on the score from the judges. Valor Fights, you can like them on Facebook, follow on Twitter. You can go to valorfights.com for all the live events, breaking news. This time they even posted all of the official weights at last night's weigh-in. And those are usually a lot of fun as well. So you can get all the information at valorfights.com. And also thanks to Corporate Clothing, official Valor Fights apparel available now at valorcorporateclothingusa.com. All right, to the cage for our official decision. Here is Jennifer.
After 3 rounds, we go to judges' scorecard for decision. Judge number 1 scores this bout 29-28 Baker. Judge number 2 scores this bout 29-28 Buttry. And judge number 3 scores this bout 29-29. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a split draw.
Wow. A split draw.
You can't really argue it, though. I thought the first round was a draw, probably.
So the belt stays vacant.
I assume so. Nobody goes home with the gold. Like I said, the second round was for sure Nick Baker's. The third round was for sure Buttry. And the first round was up in the air.
And, boy, you can make an argument either way for a split decision for either one of the guys, but a split draw.
Yeah.
So the belt stays vacant in amateur kickboxing in the super middleweight division here at Valor Fights. How about that? Boy, that's tough, and those guys will pose for photos as well. Great job by both of those guys. Very entertaining to start things off here at Apex 10.